Find the area of the following figure. All right, so we see a right triangle and a semicircle, right? And the diameter of the semicircle is one of the legs of this right triangle. Okay, now because we're finding area, right, it's actually a little bit better if we just separate these into their two respective shapes, right? So we can find the area of each shape, okay, add them together, and that will equal the area of the composite figure here, right? Now we know that this is 9 and this is 15. Okay, so how are we going to remember these two lengths are the same, right? Just the way that I've drawn them. Okay, so we can actually find this length using the Pythagorean theorem, right? A squared plus b squared equals c squared. In this case, c is 15, which is the hypotenuse, so we'll call that 9 squared plus b squared equals 15 squared. 9 squared is 81, plus b squared equals 225, so let's subtract the 81 over here, right? Notice we get b squared equals 144. Okay, so if we take the square root of that, the square root of 144 is 12, which makes this length here 12, but it's also the diameter of this semicircle, right? So how are we going to find the areas of each? Okay, well, we know that the area of the triangle here is 1/2 the base times the height. Okay, and the base in this case is 9, and the height is 12, so we'll multiply these three together. 1/2 times 9 times 12, that gives us 54 inches squared. Okay, that's the area of just a triangle. What about the area of the circle here? Well, it's a semicircle, right? So the area is pi r squared, but because it's a semicircle or a half circle, we need to take half of that. Okay, in this case, the radius is 6. Okay, remember 12 is the diameter, which is the distance across. So half of that, in this case, is going to be 6. So we got 3.14 times 6 squared over 2. Okay, 6 squared is just 36. So we'll multiply 3.14 times 36, divide that by 2, and we get 56.52 inches squared. Okay. Just a little side note here, right? We'll see that the area of these two separate shapes is almost about the same, right? It's a couple of inches off. A little bit interesting there, right? Well, we want to find the area of the following figure, which means the area of each of these added together. So the total area here, or the final answer here, is going to be the 54 plus 56.52. That gives 110.52 inches squared.